there, my name is Daniel D1 Samson. Welcome once again to Relationship Realities Podcast. Today promises to be very interesting. Always with me, I have the delectable and the amazing Rant of a Niger chick, who is always here to give our own perspective to the issues we faced in marriage, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the bobo of marriage. Thank you so much for always being here.
Thank you for having me. You always said, you're saying always, I'm not always going to be here, but I'm here for now, so enjoy me while you can.
And,
don't mind me.
And then she will always answer or say, we also prefer solutions, to
how to navigate through these issues. And if whatever solution we have, you have further questions, you can always ask them in the comments or reach out to Coach, okay, to have more clarity on certain issues or to your specific issues.
Yeah, that's true. So you reach out to Coach D1, that's what they call, like you said. All right, so today we're going to be talking about something very interesting, something that has really, really brought a lot of issues here and there. And what is that? Sex and marriage. I know you love this topic. So let's go. Now, because of Facebook and all that, there are words you can't use and all that. So permit us, we might have to use another word.
I like calling it boom shakalaka.
Okay.
So you just know that's what we're talking about.
Boom what?
Boom shakalaka.
She will not need to indoctrinate me into what that called, whatever called that is. All right. So for the religious people, they call it Jerusalem. So we can either
really.
Yes, that's what they call it.
Okay.
I spoke on one platform, an online platform where I had pastors, bishop, and all that. And
excuse me, sir, let me say something. You see, to begin with, this number one thing, I know we are restricting ourselves because of platform, but one of the problems that you have when it comes to boom shakalaka and marriage is because, first of all, we change names for things. We do not call things what they are. Automatically.
You don't water down the whole issue.
The one I don't already start. But anyways, let's go.
Alright, so I also know that there are some very realistic persons that are religious. That they say the way it is, alright? I also know, I have a client that, the man was not always very comfortable, using the word like knacks and all those things for the wife. And then these are the things that turn on the wife. But because of his religious sentiment, he will not. I was not the one that was during our session. I had to take him through like a 2-month session where I was telling him the things he should be calling his wife, those dirty names that he should be calling his wife. And he didn't find it comfortable, all right? But you have to do it. Now, so sex is a very interesting topic, or Jerusalem, or boom shakalaka. That name sounds very, very... All right, so whatever it is. So it's a very interesting topic. A lot of persons have, left their marriages because of that. Because the spouse or the partner at home has refused to dance to the tune of, doing what he or she is supposed to be doing. And some of them say, I am doing what I'm doing because of this person. You see this topic, I am very passionate about, and I know that my partner here, she has a lot to say about, because she has plenty things she wants to bring.
Okay.
And from the woman's perspective. So let me even allow her.
Okay, so I feel when it comes to sex and marriages, or boom shakalaka, I don't think sex is actually censored on any of the platforms anyway. When it comes to it, I feel it is, first of all, whether you are coming from the religious background, certain people try to spiritualize it. But marriage is spiritual, yes, but the physical also plays a very important part. So leave it at the door, just leave it at the door, and relate with your partner, your husband, your wife, the way you are supposed, relate with him as a human being with physical needs. Amen?
Amen. Amen.
So there are so many issues. It's either you find a situation where the woman will say, because I do this, you are not supposed to. I don't want to do it unless they have a purpose behind it. It's time for procreation and they don't want to do it. That's not how life is. You should not do that. I can't even imagine that kind of scenario. Okay, so for instance, I have a friend, right?
Okay.
And at the time he said this, he wasn't married. He wasn't even close to getting married, but he was like, that when he gets married, that the kind of sex, that there are certain things he will do in bed with his side chick that he will never do it with his wife. So even back then, I was like, what do you mean? It's like, no, now, certain things. I think the problem most people have, especially when they enter marriage and they think about sex, we have been conditioned to think about sex as something dirty.
Okay.
So you feel that there's certain things that you should not do within the confines of a marriage, but you can do it outside. I don't even understand the justification of that. Even back then, I told him, what are you talking about? You should do everything with your wife. He said no, because I'm like, what are you talking about? Do everything with your wife. Don't start separating what is appropriate for the marriage and what is not. It makes absolutely no sense to me. But yeah.
Well, you see, when it comes to sex in marriage, people need to understand. I have a client that I had to tell him that, see, take away Christianity, spirituality rather. Take spirituality away from sex. Alright? When, in fact, I hear that there's some people before they start to have sex, they pray, they ask God for forgiveness and all of that.
Why are you asking God for forgiveness for something that He created?
For pleasure. For pleasure. For pleasure. And this was actually, in marriage, it is, I don't know how to say this, but you know, one thing I've been asking, and I'm going to ask you, is it okay, or is there a way one should have sex
in
marriage? Is there a godly, is there a scriptural, because the only thing I know scripturally is, I think in the book of Corinthians, where it talks about mutuality, you know, your body, you know, making sure that as much as you are okay, your partner should be okay and all of that.
Okay, so is there a way to have, sex is not, I feel, a godly thing. This is my thinking of that. So long as you are not doing, what's it called, bestiality, you are not doing nonsense, so to say. You are not doing bestiality, you are not bringing in a child, you are not doing pedophilic acts on a child, you're not involving animals. I feel like every other thing is open to interpretation. Go wild, people, go crazy, do anything. So far as both parties agree, even within the marriage, your wife has to agree to the freaky you want to do. Your husband also has to agree to the freaky you want to do. Sex is, yes, there's a spiritual aspect of sex. I mean, come on, yes. But within the marriage, don't spiritualize the act itself.
The act itself, yes.
Give your partner what they want.
Okay, so there has been this discussion also about a woman who maybe before marriage, you know, had read books, you know, she had fantasies, she had imaginations, and she wishes to bring all of those to bear in marriage. And then, you know, the man, because of his background and his orientation about sex, now says, no, this is not how my wife is supposed to be. My wife is supposed to labagada, rengedegede, during sex, and all of that. And so it paints the woman
as she was morally loose, or she had too much a freaky experience.
Yes. And truthfully, there are women that were actually, I have a few persons that got married chaste, like,
but they had a lot of things in their
head. But they had read very, very romantic books and all of that. That's because they also wanted to bring to bear all of the things that they know, you know, in marriage. And then getting into marriage, they realized that they got married to also a spirit person, you know, a tongue-speaking person, but in the other room, the person cannot interpret that spirituality or whatever it is they also know into also fulfilling scriptures by making sure that I get all that I desire or deserve in this other room. So it has been a problem. What's your take about, because it's a challenge actually. There are some men that don't think, like you said, that guy that you talked about is possibly looking at from the angle of the orientation he had, knowing that, yes, the truth is, and this is factual, the truth is that a lot of women as well in marriage do not treat sex as the women outside their homes.
I agree with you.
Because if you want to look at it, do you actually know why some men, and this is no justification for
Okay.
you know any man
Because I
that
was
cheats
about
and
to
all
check
that.
you.
No, of course this is no justification. But truth is,
They
it's
want
both
to-
ways actually.
Okay.
It's both ways.
Okay.
We have seen men who also cannot satisfy their women,
Okay.
and I know of somebody that is still telling the husband to go cheat.
Because she cannot do certain things.
Not because she can't, because she feels the husband cannot satisfy her. So if he goes out there, because the marriage chaste, if he goes out there, he would learn from the chick outside and begin to do those things with him inside.
With her inside.
True story.
Okay. So this is the thing, yeah. For the people who feel, orientation aside, I know we all were orientated that way.
Yeah.
Like treat sex. That's why call it by its name.
Yeah.
Speak about it. Both men and women, we have that notion. That's why a man can say, I'm not doing certain things for man. I think when it comes again, as you are getting into the marriage and you have gotten into the marriage, there's one thing I feel like has made sex so interesting is communication.
Yeah.
I feel sex does not start when
Definitely.
it starts before.
During the day.
It starts
in the
before.
morning, yeah.
And then when you guys have a conversation about it, what do you know about it? What do I know about it? What would I want to explore about it? What do I not want to explore? That is where you now know if somebody is too spiritual to do certain things,
Yeah.
or and then you guys iron it out, talk about it and iron it out and decide how you want to move forward considering that. But I feel like one of the most important things is to change our minds. We think about sex like it's something dirty.
Yes.
And it's something that you only need to do one bang, thank you ma'am, and for procreating.
Yeah.
And it's not so. Sex is supposed to be pleasurable. Sex is supposed to be enjoyable. Let's not get there, but
Right.
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. So I'm going to put you on the spotlight, and I have 2 questions for you.
Okay.
The first question is,
Are there questions I want to answer on camera?
yes, of course,
Okay.
you are here, and you can't escape it actually. So do you think, because there's also been conversations surrounding, I didn't know how this person was actually
Okay.
before we got married.
Okay.
And as believers,
Mm-hmm.
one is not supposed to have premarital sex.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have my own ideology about it, and I fear no one. When I'm counseling my clients, I'll give you 2 options, or sometimes I give you options, all right? When it gets to my time, I'm going to tell you the options I give, but I want to hear from her. Now, do you think, based on what has been happening in the area of sex, especially in marriage, because most of the issues we've had in marriage have been sex related. Most of the issues, yes. Other issues apply, all right, but sex has been a very big issue. Do you think, based on these issues, do you think that people should do the do?
Before the marriage.
Do you think they should collect before they marry?
Okay, so
Spotlight.
biblically no,
Yeah.
but I'm trying to reconcile this to what it says in the Bible. Now, I can't tell you what to do. People have different levels of spirituality depending on your relationship, but I'm going to deviate a bit before I answer. The way I see this premarital sex is this. It's so beautiful to say abstain. I won't even lie to you. I'm speaking my truth. It's so beautiful to say abstain. But let us tell ourselves the truth. Nobody is abstaining anything. You're gonna do it. If we have 100 people here, we all go to church, we're Christians, everybody is preaching abstinence, maybe 10 out of 100, and that's a very high number, are abstaining. Let's be serious. The 90 are not going to abstain.
They are collecting.
So I would say it depends on you, your level, what level. Some people are just not comfortable with it because of their own religion, their own personal relationship with God.
Yeah.
So if you are not comfortable, nobody should force you into doing it. If the guy is not comfortable, nobody should force you into doing it. But if you are regular like me, yes, even though, to be very honest, it doesn't really save you from, if you're going to still have problems sexually, you're still going to have problems sexually. If you didn't communicate about it, you're still going, it doesn't save you. So, I don't know.
Okay, so there's you see this discussion, it's a very deep one, because there are 2 sides to it. Now, not having, research has shown that not having sex before marriage or you have it before marriage does not actually guarantee that your marriage is either going to work or not work. We've seen marriages where there was no sex before marriage and it is beautiful, it is working out. We have also seen on the flip side marriages where sex was
present from day one,
from the very beginning to the very middle and the going, and the marriage is still doing very well. Now, when we look at these things, I'm not a one-sided coach, and that's what I preach. You have said something, and which is what I tell my clients. I do not tell you not to have premarital sex or whether to have premarital sex. It is not in my place to start telling you stop, because this is the truth. All the things they told us in church those days, don't do this, don't do that. Let's be very truthful. We don't off the mic. Nobody they hear. Now me and you they watch they hear. All those things, let's be truthful. You didn't pay attention to this. You did it. So when we come to, because a lot of people have said I cannot buy what I have not tested.
I don't like that analogy.
God bless you. But
because that makes it so ill.
Yes. But then if it is, I tell people, if you are in a relationship that is properly defined from the beginning, and both of you have talked about sex, and the guy says, I will want sex in this relationship,
and you are
okay with it, please go ahead with it. If you know that the lady, I have a lady, a very close young lady to me, who brought his to-be husband to me, and she has done everything to be sure that this guy will be able to satisfy her.
Okay, man.
And the guy is a holy coco, not even a spirit coco, he's a holy coco. And the guy does not want to do. And they had even done engagement. The marriage did not hold.
Because
both of them are no longer together.
On the grounds of she didn't want to have premarital sex?
Apart from that, there were other areas. Now, let me tell you this, guys. Please pay attention to this. Any home that sex is a problem, it will degenerate into other areas of the home.
Of course. Everybody's so frustrated, so they're taking it out on every other thing.
If your bedroom is faulty, no matter what you do, I will tell you this and take this home. This is for free. If your bedroom is not in order, it will affect every other area of your relationship or marriage. So if you are in a relationship where the guy says or the lady says she wants sex, if you do not, maybe it's against, like she said, it's against what you believe or what you stand for. Because see, so many things have happened. I have some Christian sisters who will come to my inbox and say, Coach, what is one when they talk? Honestly, you see all this one that they talk, they are just talking. Me and they go collect. Before I married, I made sure I collected, and I went to be sure, that this is what it is. Now, it doesn't downplay, please. We're not downplaying what scripture says about premarital sex, please. Nobody is saying that you should go and do. We are all adults, and then that's why I say, if you are not sure that you want to bulge when it comes to that area in a relationship, it is better off you tell your partner that I will not do this until. But see, there are two sides to these things. Whether you do sex before marriage and in marriage, there are always consequences, good or bad. If you do not do it before marriage, when you get into marriage, there are always going to be also consequences, good or bad.
What mitigates those consequences now will be how well do you people communicate in and outside of bed.
Yes, very important. So there's no, now let's bring context as we do this in closing. There is no holy sex or dirty sex. All right, there's no holy sex or dirty sex. It just has to do with your individual preferences as persons or orientations. Now, if what you think is dirty sexually or does not appeal to you, it is your challenge and it is your problem to unlearn those things, especially in marriage.
Or overcome them.
Yes.
Do you remember that time Kubana went viral because he said he will not give oral sex to his wife? And I was like, but you want someone to give you oral sex?
I know for some reasons, for some cases. There are people that do not. You see this story. This case, you want to talk about it. I have a lot
like
of
say
stories.
part 2 go dey.
It go day, yes. The part 2 of this episode supposed
what practices
yes,
are
yes,
dirty.
yes. Because I know some persons that have not decided to give oral whatever sex to their partners because they say they are not clean. So there are lots of angles to this whole sex thing.
If we want to really dissect it, there's an animal that the Bible said was not clean, yet we eat it today.
Not all people, not everybody eats it.
Which one? Anyway.
Not everybody eats it, and just as the
oral
oral thing is not everybody. It's not everybody that would like. See, it's your individual preference.
Let's put it this way: if you are married to a woman who loves oral sex, and you don't want to do it because it's not clean, there's something she's missing, and you're not giving it. Make of that what you will. Same thing for the man. So it's for the woman. If you're married to a man who desires oral sex and you feel, my goodness gracious, I cannot do it, you are denying him something he wants. Again, this, like you said earlier, is not justification to say, I'm going to go cheat. No, you first of all have to have the conversation and exhaust it and get to some sort of compromise.
Yes.
But first of all of us, myself included, yourself included, we have to reorient ourselves with this thinking that sex is dirty, because that's where most of the problem comes from.
Yes.
Sex is dirty, sex is immoral, it is not. God created sex to be enjoyed in marriage. The rest of it are sneaking to enjoy it outside marriage. That's between you and your God.
Alright, so one of the things that I'm just going to leave with you before I leave is, if you had a partner before now that used to give you all of those takes you to cloud 9, takes you all of there, and then you meet a new person who cannot meet up with that energy. This is one of the challenges. Do not compare that person to the new person. Look for your own way with this new person. What will suit this new person? If he or she does not know this thing and they are teachable or learnable, please, by all means, teach them.
Become a teacher.
Let them know. How do you feel when you tell your partner, touch me this way, hold me here? Not be you the enjoyer. Abby, sorry, I'm asking like you need to teach them how to, because when they now know it,
compare.
Yes, do not compare. That's where the issues, many of these issues are coming from. Is it not this person that used to do like this? What are you doing with the new person that you are with? Try out some things with the new person. Read books. Exactly. Ask questions. Talk to a professional counselor in marriage or a sex therapist. It's not out of place to
read
do that.
Books, you can do a lot of things. But another thing I'd like to add before we leave is, do not use, I'm not going to say the word, but it rhymes with corn. C-O-R-N, corn. Do not use that as your research tool. That is a very bad research
Very wrong,
tool.
very wrong.
Very wrong research tool.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you so much, guys, for being here. Like we said, we are going to have a part 2 where we are also going to come out with ways that you can overcome. All right, you can unlearn some of the things that you know, and relearn and begin to enjoy sex with your partner. All right, so we'll come your way again. It's been a delight being here and being your faces. Thank you so much. If you have any comment whatsoever, you want to drop topics that we can also dissect on this podcast, please do well to drop it in the comment section, and we'll do well to talk about it. Thank you very much, Rant of a Niger Chick, for being here.
Thank you for having me, and we will see you some other
pretty
time.
soon. Bye.
Bye.